Good morning and welcome to the lecture for Workshop 4. Today we're going to be talking about coaching ethics, and I want to first start just with a reminder about our alliance and some definitions, and then we'll look at the ethical standards that overarch and overrule Lark's song and the board certified coach credential and the International Coach Federation. We'll then apply those ethics to some case studies and talk about what's next for you. So, move this a little bit so you can see. So here are some definitions around ethics, morals, and values, and also definition on a professional coaching relationship so we can see how this all comes together, okay? Ethics are a set of principles written by and agreed to in a group to govern their behavior and to meet the objective of ensuring the public's trust. Whereas morals are standards of right and wrong behavior determined by a culture or society, and values are a set of principles that a person or group holds as important in guiding behavior. You can see the distinction in each of those things and also a similar thread of governing behavior or guiding what is appropriate in behavior. So a professional coaching relationship exists when coaching includes a business agreement or contract that defines the responsibilities of each party. You guys will realize and see that coaching is able to be applied in lots of creative ways within lots of different relationships, but ethics govern just those professional coaching relationships around which you have a business agreement or contract, and they're excruciatingly important because coaching is still a relatively young profession. And for those of us that operate within it and hold it very dear, it's important that we all are ensuring the public's trust and teaching them in a very cohesive way what coaching is and how it works, and abiding by these sorts of different ethical standards. So, there are different kinds of coaches that are recognized within different professional coaching relationships. You guys will have the opportunity to become or have any number of these coaching credentials. So I want you to understand the difference between them if you don't already. A Lark Song certified coach is a professional coach that practices both national and international core competencies in coaching and agrees to Lark Song's statement of rights and responsibilities. You'll find this statement of rights and responsibilities in the binder that you received at the beginning of your program, and also under the LSCC program information on course sites. So that is our ethical standard of behavior. As a Lark Song certified coach, you and your clients actually abide by the statement of rights and responsibilities included in on course sites and in your binder. The second type of certified coach is a board certified coach, or a BCC. A BCC identifies individuals that have satisfied the established knowledge standards in coaching, which include training and experience to assess clients' needs, collaborate with clients on solutions, and offer strategies that assist individuals and organizations in reaching identified goals. There are a couple of distinct things about a board-certified coach that aren't required by an ICF professional coach. The board-certified coach has competencies in assessing client needs, in doing that in a way that promotes knowledge of strengths and motivation around strengths. It also has competencies in not just assisting individuals with solutions and strategies, but also organizations in reaching identified goals. So That means that they have competencies in groups and teams coaching, relationship coaching, as well as conflict coaching, which you will all receive during your coaching and systems on-site and the following virtual workshops after that. An ICF professional coach can be an ACC, a PCC, or an MCC. An ACC is an associate certified coach. Associate certified coaches have 100 direct hours with clients. They also complete over 60 training hours, some of them over 120 training hours, and they pass the coach knowledge assessment, which is basically a certification exam that is run by the International Coach Federation. So the biggest distinction is some of the documentation that you have to submit with your application, as well as the 100 direct hours. Board certified coach only needs 30 direct hours and a bachelor's degree to sit for that certification exam. The ICF professional coach doesn't need a bachelor's degree, but they do need 100 hours. And then the PCC is the professional certified coach. A professional certified coach needs 750 hours. Master certified coach needs somewhere around 2,500 hours. So those certifications build on each other. You become an associate certified coach first, and a professional certified coach, a master certified coach. So an ICF professional coach, any of those, an ACC, PCC, or MCC, is a professional coach who also agrees to practice the ICF professional core competencies and pledges accountability to the ICF Code of Ethics. So you guys will have basically pledged your allegiance and understood the ethical code for Lark Song, for the Center for Credentialing and Education, which is the board certified coaches organization, and for the International Coach Federation. That way you understand not just regionally or organizationally or even nationally how to ensure the public's trust, but if you practice anywhere in the world, how to do that. So there's differences in the different codes of ethics. The BCC code has these different sections: legal requirements and conduct standards, organizational policies and rules, performance of services and other occupational activities, and conflicts of interest and appearance of impropriety. Whereas the ICF Code of Ethics has professional conduct at large, conflicts of interest, professional conducts with clients, and then confidentiality and privacy. So they're organized slightly differently, but you'll find a lot of the same content throughout. There's also a few distinct differences. So here are some case studies, some questions that come up around ethical behavior. I want you guys, I'm not actually going to give you the answers to all of these. What I want you to do is go in to your BCC Code of Ethics and your ICF Code of Ethics and come up with the answers to these questions if you don't know them. So what about when I'm coaching friends, family, or homeless Jane when they need it? I'm being a professional. Is this coaching? So the question that you're going to want to ask isn't, is this coaching, right? But is this a professional coaching relationship? So if you're coaching friends, family, or homeless Jane when they need it, it's not a professional coaching relationship if it doesn't have a binding business agreement or contract. What are different examples of who could serve as a coaching sponsor? I want you guys to come up with that. There are a few different ones that we've talked about already, like a parent, but ethics can get kind of sticky when businesses start sponsoring their employees to receive coaching and what they might expect from you performance-wise, or even within your coaching relationship, what they might expect from you. That could raise an ethically fuzzy, sticky situation that you'll want to be prepared for. So have a couple of different coaching agreement options. One that is just your standard coaching agreement that you use with an individual client. One that you might use if you're open to coaching adolescents with their parents. And then another that you would use if a supervisor or boss or organization asked you to coach employees of theirs. I have coached a couple of teens. Is it okay to say that I'm experienced in that area? That's one that I'm going to want you guys to read up on and then see if you can answer, okay? I found an awesome strengths assessment on someone else's coaching website. It was really easy to save on my computer, and I just use it as my own without getting permission. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. No, you cannot use it as your own without getting permission, unless permission to use it as an open source resource is explicitly granted on the website. So figure out how you're going to do that. How will you ask for and get permission to use valuable coaching resources that someone else might have created? And do I have to provide client records in case of a subpoena or ethical complaint? That's one that you're going to want to look up too. And I think when you find the answer, you might be a little bit more diligent, even with maintaining your client records and making sure those are all up to snuff. So dig into the different codes of ethics and figure out what you might need to adjust in your coaching practice so that you're adequately ensuring the public's trust in our profession, and really just raising yourself to a higher professional standard. You guys at this point are coaching clients and doing that well, and so now start to add in those other pieces that are going to create a sense of high professionalism for you as a coach, and really help you have a solid foundation for your practice. Okay, so your client invites you to be his business partner for a small contract he is about to receive. He also wants to continue coaching with you. What would you do? If the contract were a large one, would it change your response? Think through that and how you might respond to that, because that will absolutely come up if you continue coaching beyond this program in a professional way. So what would you do, and how might the bigness or smallness of the contract change your response, if it does at all? Your client has lost her job and is facing bankruptcy. Her check for last month's coaching fee has just been returned for insufficient funds. What do you do? Would your response change if your client lost her job and was facing a serious medical scenario? And would it change at all based on any reason that she might not be able to make payments? So read up on that, how you might respond based on your personal values or your moral code could be very different in this case study than what's required of you ethically. All right, so what's next is actually not workshop 1 material. That's an old slide. So what is next for you is your workshop 4 material. You'll need to jump on course sites and get reading on the different board certified coach and International Coach Federation codes of ethics. There's also the opportunity for you guys during this workshop or the following ones to become qualified to administer and interpret the image assessment. So that information is in your reading assignments folder for workshop 4. You're going to want to get on and do your process assignments, your triad call, your supervisions, this lecture, your practical assignments around the lecture, the conference call, And then your written assignments for this workshop include your cultivating creativity, part 2 of your cultivating creativity homework, which can be a little time intensive. So you're going to want to get on that as soon as possible. Definitely engage fully in it though, because it will be incredibly rewarding for you at this point in your coaching journey. So hope you guys have a great day and enjoy processing this decision-making tool. Thanks.